My 3 favorite rules of wealth building, coming up next. I'm Jim Woods for the Eagle Investing Network, and before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button below to ensure you never miss any of our great content. So, how do you build wealth? It's a serious problem, and it's one most of us would like to solve. Fortunately, building wealth really isn't all that difficult. You see, the compound interest math is there for anyone to grasp, as are the basic concepts. The tough part comes when you deviate from these principles in search of a shortcut, or if you make 1 or 2 bad decisions that put you in a big financial hole. Let's take a look at 3 basic rules for wealth building that you should always keep in the forefront of your mind. Rule number 1, be right more often than you're wrong. Making decisions means taking action. But no matter how smart those decisions, and no matter how much thought or research or effort you put into those decisions, you are still likely going to be wrong many times. Think about it as it applies not just to your investment portfolio, but also your life in general. You're likely someone who has made many good decisions and many bad decisions. Some of those decisions you're extremely thankful you made, and some you no doubt painfully regret. Hey, we all make mistakes, and that's because humans are fallible. Yet we don't have to be right all the time to be successful in life or in our wealth building. The key here is to be right more often than you're wrong, and when you're wrong, to minimize the damage. The latter part of this prescription leads us into our next rule of wealth building. Rule number 2, win bigger than you lose. Win some, lose some. This reality is just part of life, and try as we may to always win, we can't. Indeed, part of knowing how to successfully navigate your investments over the long term is to realize there will be good days and bad days. And while the big winning days feel fantastic, the big losing days really hurt. The key here to long-term wealth building is to win bigger than you lose. And what I mean by that is you want to ride your stock, bond, or commodities wins higher. Don't just bail out on a small gain because you have one or because you want that slick new car or tropical vacation. As for losing, most of us have been on the wrong side of an investment decision. The key is to not let those losses get big. Just like 1 or 2 really bad decisions in life can end up being the difference between happiness and sorrow, 1 or 2 catastrophic losses in a portfolio can be the difference between retiring wealthy and living the rest of your life on Social Security. Remember that investing, as opposed to short-term trading, which there's definitely a place for, means you build positions in strong assets likely to continue appreciating over time, and use the power of compounding and the requisite patience and time to build your wealth. Of course, to find those wins in the first place means you have to invest in the right picks from the beginning. Rule number 3, seek income and capital appreciation. When you're investing as opposed to trading, you ideally want assets that pay you income and that go up in value. Now, this may seem simple, but you would be surprised by the number of people I've spoken to in my career that think income and capital appreciation are 2 separate entities. The best long-term wealth-building assets are those that not only appreciate in value, but that also pay you to own them. This means owning a basket of the best, stalwart dividend-paying stocks the market has to offer. I'm referring here to the stocks of the companies that have consistently raised their annual dividends each year, and those who have done it for years, decades, and in some cases, more than a century. This isn't a quick fix, get-rich scheme or some kind of real estate flipping strategy. It's investing consistently in the biggest, most profitable companies that have demonstrated they are committed to growing their business over the long term and in the process, increasing shareholder wealth. You see, when it comes to my 3 favorite rules of wealth building, simplicity reigns supreme. Once you understand that, you then need to muster up the requisite courage, discipline, and willpower to see those rules through to the end. Finally, to ensure you see all of our videos, subscribe to the Eagle Investing Network channel by hitting the subscribe button below right now. For the Eagle Investing Network, I'm Jim Woods.